I see all of these people trying to kill Freds and Vedanta. She shouldn't do
Does
that.
she have some other option? I mean, you can't live
No,
with
she
it.
had. Well, she had no other option.
No.
I would say, get cats.
Well, nice to have you
It's
back,
my
Swamiji.
issue. Cats.
We always miss you when you
Where did I go?
You went to take a trip, didn't you?
Huh? I didn't go anywhere.
Not today. I mean, a few days ago.
Today I went to San Diego.
Oh, that's right. We went to
Weekend
Tobago and
was
San Diego.
San Diego and Tobago. So that's weekend business. Friday I
Yes,
go,
yes,
Friday
yes.
I go, and
Yes.
Sunday, Monday I come back. Anyhow, let us start the chanting.
Okay.
Our boys don't know. ওই কি ডাকো তো?
Awesome.
না ইয়েকে জয়ন্ত, হ্যাঁ। ওম असतो मा सद्गमया तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय आविर्मयेधि रुद्रो यत्ते दक्षिणं मुखं तेन मां पाहि नित्यम्। ओम शांति 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 ही। O Lord, lead us from the unreal to the real. Lead us from darkness to light. Lead us from death to immortality. Evermore shine in our heart with thy resplendent face. Oh, peace, peace, peace. Hey, where is our go sit there? Hey,
Okay.
call our brahmacharis, 2 brahmacharis to come, and also ওই যারা আছে আমাদের, if they are there, or tell them to call others who are the guests.
Okay.
Sukita, why you come here? Here you are
Can
talking.
answer.
Ashe? Oh, is it?
I just talked to her.
I see. I don't know. Okay, so we were on the verse number 8, and this is Upadeshamrita, the advice of who?
Rupa Goswami.
Rupa Goswami. Rupa Goswami's advice. So, how this chapter was related with this question, that process of bhajan and best place for performing bhajan, that was the chapter. So, we have read certain explanation. Come here, sit in the corner, behind. Yeah. Hey, yeah, are you not feeling cold?
A little bit.
So get something. Go, bring something. Because you are already cold.
Yes.
And then cover yourself. And then sit in a little distance safely, so that others don't get the cold.
Okay.
Yeah. So this verse says, Tannama Rupa Charitadi Shukirtanam. One should live, how one should live the life? If they will live by repeating the Shukirtan. Kirtan means praising the name of the Lord. Achha, is there? Jansi? Jyoti is here? Not here. Oh, she will come?
I don't think so.
Oh, she was there. Okay. So, Tannama, Tat, and Smrityo, Kramena, Rashana, Manasi Nijojya, Tishtan Broje. One should live in Broja means Vrindavan. In the Vrindavan, in Holy Land, you should live in a holy place. Meaning, there is a congenial environment in that holy place, as a Anuragi Jana has become a follower, loving follower of the uh, people who live in Braja, holy Brajadham. You should live there, and Kalam night, one should utilize his time. How? By engaging, Nijajja, engaging the Rasana, the tongue, in engaging their tongue, always repeating the holy name of the Lord, and Manasi, and mentally should repeat the name, and Kramena, gradually, Shukirtana Unusmritya, in the meticulous chanting and remembrance, Nama Rupa Charitadi, of the names, forms, qualities, and pastimes of that Braja Indra, that means Krishna. So you should stay there in a holy place and live in a holy atmosphere, following those people who are engaged in the name, repeating the name and Kirtana, and get absorbed there. So main thing is that by living in Braja as a follower of eternal resident of the Brajadham, then eternal follower means all the time live in Brajadham. You keep your mind in the thought of the holy land, who possess inherent spontaneous love for Krishna. One should utilize all one's time by sequentially, how to sequentially engaging the tongue. Normally, one repetition of the name, another repetition. Tongue will be always talking. Harikatha. Our tongue speaks so many things, but our tongue should talk about Lord and Lord's glory. Come, you can come here, ask your seat, wherever. And meticulous chanting and remembrance of Krishna's name, form, qualities, and pastime. That is the essence of the instruction. Now we have read this explanation, but there is some more explanation we will read today. The last paragraph on page 51 we are reading. When a devotee following the path of Vaidhi Bhakti abandons his many varieties of material desires and performs bhajan in accordance with the instruction of the Shastra, Sadguru, and Vaishnavas, Ruchi arises in his bhajan. Upon appearance of this Ruchi, he abandons the path of Vaidhi Bhakti, enters into the path of Raganuga Bhakti. So, this is a very serious discussion how our practice of the holy name, living in a holy place, chanting the holy name, will gradually develop you to not the preliminary bhakti, but the matured bhakti. Matured bhakti is called the prema bhakti or কি bole, Raganuga bhakti. Raga Anuga. Raga means attachment. Anuga means following that. Raganuga bhakti. Two types of bhakti. One is called Vaidhi bhakti. Vaidhi bhakti means every day you follow certain prayer, chanting. You have to do so many number of times of japa. You have to chant this mantra, read this book, go to this holy place. These are the rules. Follow. How that will develop into the higher bhakti, what is spontaneous love. Spontaneous love, that will be by following this bhajan. You do your bhajan not in your own whimsical way, but in the following the path of Shastra, in the scriptures. What the scriptures say, what our gurus instruct us. Gurus, following the Guru's instruction, and the Vaishnavas means other devotees. Those who are real lovers of God, how they live, how they practice their spirituality, follow them. Follow the Guru's instruction, follow the Shastra, scripture, what they say. And then that love, ordinary love, which is called the conditional love, the vidhivadi, following this formula, repeating this many times, doing this pranayama. And in the beginning of spiritual life, we all do all these things. But those are to make the mind mature, and it gets attached to God and God only. Ruchi, taste for God's name will come spontaneously. Now, to support this, he is quoting from page 52. He says that the it is Ramcharit Manas is a Ramcharit, no, it is called the Chaitanya Charitamrita. That is a text which is written in Bengali. So he says there, Ragatmika Bhakti Mukha Brojobasi Jane Tara Anugato Bhaktir Raganuga Nam. The Nam, his name changes into Raganuga, meaning that prem, love, which is deepened with devotion. So that comes how Ragatmika Bhakti comes Mukha or Brajavasi Jane. It comes to the Brajavasi, to the people who live in the Holy Land. And Taro Anugato Bhaktir. And they Tar Anugato Bhaktir Raganugana. Tar Anugato Bhakti. That means that devotion whose very essence is constituted of eternal and spontaneous attachment, that is called the Raga Bhakti, is known as Ragatmika Bhakti. And that devotion is preeminent among all forms of bhakti and is splendidly manifest in the residents of Braja. He is glorifying those who live in Holy Land with this. How fortunate are they? Yeah. You live in Hollywood, you see the Hollywood scene. Yeah. What the Hollywood scene? To digress your mind external. You go to Brajodham, what will you see? Krishna temple. People are doing bhajan. In the temple, you got constant nama japa. And you see kirtan is going on, bhajan is going on. The deity's door is open. You can have darshan. And they are serving the Krishna, now garlanding, now taking out, now giving bhoga. So you fall in that environment. Falling in that environment, you feel attracted to that. So that bhakti grows into Raganuga bhakti. So you need some environment. Main thing that for spiritual practice, you need certain environment. What is the environment? That environment, everything is conducive, should be conducive to spiritual practice. It can be done in your home. It can be done in any place. True. For a matured person, it can be done anywhere. But the preliminary, those who are starting with the Vaidhi Bhakti, those who are following the rules and restrictions and regulations, so for them, it should develop and develop and develop. That it is Ragatmika Bhakti, Raganika, same thing. And devotion that follows in the wake of this Ragatmika Bhakti, that is known as Raganuga Bhakti. So you have to live in a holy place. That is the emphasis. Live in a holy place, meaning a place which is congenial for your spiritual practice. That's why people used to go to Himalayas for doing austerity, no? In the Kashi, Vrindavan, Kashi in India. In the West also, people go to Jerusalem and go to Holy Land, they call, and live there in the holy atmosphere. You go to the very old church, you feel the spiritual environment, vibration there. So everywhere, so if you want to deepen your thing, try to live in that. But in the modern age, we don't have the luxury to do that. We cannot do that. But we will have to create our spiritual atmosphere.
Sai Prabhupada called Hollywood holy.
Hollywood.
Holy.
Shodhananda Swami used to call it Hollywood.
Holy.
Holy. Holy means pure. It is a Hollywood. Hollywood is not holy wood. Holy means pure wood. And it is like a forest. Really, when you come inside, see what you find. It is like a center, a calm, quiet, serene atmosphere. You just get in, and the temple is so elevating. And if you want to take advantage, then talk to the sadhus, or question, or meditate, or do bhajan. So many opportunities. So this is like living. But when you mature, you can do it in your home also. But at the beginning, it is helpful. That's why the first point is emphasized. And next is Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu again. It says that an unquenchable loving thirst, Premamai Trishna. A Trishna, one should feel, repeating the name of Lord, gradually one should feel thirst for God. As you feel thirst for drinking water, as you feel hunger for food, gross food, similarly, Bhakta, a devotee, should feel the Trishna. Trishna means the thirst. Thirst of Premamai. Premamai means who is the embodiment of prema, love. Love, embodied love. That we should thirst for. When shall I be one with the love itself, no? God itself, for the object of one's affection. And Krishna is that. Krishna is the embodiment of love that gives rise to spontaneous and intense absorption. Sarvo Swarasiki. Oh, Baba, I cannot do it. Is Bengali and I cannot read it. This transliteration, very difficult for me. Anyhow, what can they do? Sarasiki Parama Bistata. Parama Bistata. Darkar nahi Baba. And intense absorption. That means you become totally absorbed. Absorption in the name of God. See, we repeat the mantra. No, we have no absorption. We repeat, and mind goes here and there, and we are repeating. Tongue is repeating. That's why you don't enjoy. What is the sweetness in taking the name of Lord? But if one really repeats and gets absorbed and absorbed and absorbed, no? That is the charm. You are growing into that type of divine love. It's a pure love. You are entering into the pure love. In the object that is called the raga. Such ragamai bhakti, or the performance of service, such as stringing garlands with intense raga, is called ragatrika bhakti. Giving all the example that you do, so you are doing a beautiful garland, and your mind is absorbed and singing the glories of God. Now you are thinking that it will go to Krishna and it will be used by him. So that type of devotion. These are ritualistic things, but that ritual can lead you to deeper absorption. And deeper absorption will give you joy. And that is the sadhana. Then he continues, bhakti that consists of raga. Raga means attachment. Raga means intense attraction. That is called rago atmika. If upon hearing of this, a devotee becomes intensely anxious to obtain such devotion, he is considered to be the most fortunate. That person is very fortunate, listening all these things. He desires that I shall be one day like this. No, I shall be so absorbed in God's name. Bah, one can get by doing anything. Mind does not go into the world anymore. Yeah, it only feels the attraction for God and lives in the realm of God. That's it. Lila, lila, lila. They're only emphasizing the lila chinta. Lila means the divine sports of God, and thinking that I am offering flower, I am doing sandal paste, I am doing bhoga, cooking the fruits and candies, preparing for him. All these devotional aspect leads us to raga bhakti. Now, when one follows in the footsteps of the residents of Brojo, that means those who live in Brojo, in the Holy Land, if you go, even you can find today, if you go to Vrindavan, there are devotees who live only on Krishna, Krishna, whole day. They have no other thought of the world. Not that everyone is doing, but you can find many people are doing like that. So when one follows in the footsteps, whose footsteps? Of the residents of Braja, those who live in the Holy Land, follow their steps. Devotional of Braja, by cultivating their devotional moods, they develop, cultivate their devotional moods and temperaments with intense hankering. Uh,
Bengali is very good also.
he does not care for injunctions of the scriptures or logical arguments. This is the nature of the spontaneous devotion. Then when they get into the love of God, no, then the formalities drop off always. Uh, formalities, that is normal all the time. Raga bhakti is a when you are matured bhakti, matured love. Love matures. But when you, at the beginning, formalities are many. When you invite a good friend of yours, you will never have met him or heard, then what you do? You make everything good. Decorate the table, put a flower vase, and put the cutleries in position, make the plate very nicely, this, that. This is when it is the beginning of bhakti. Formalities are so much many. What he will think is a big guy. Or more example is that boy loves a girl or girl loves a boy. When they are first meeting and they are having a invited for a tea in their home, how they will treat each other. No, all formalities. This. Everything should be nice and decorating and this. But when that matures into real love, then what happens? Formalities are all forgotten. No question of any formalities. Love is so prominent that every time they're deep into their emotions and the formalities drop off. Because of the love, they say, get out your food. There is something, take it. And then no one feels that is, oh, what? But a formal beginning, at that time you do, then love will go away. So spiritual love is also same. When you love Krishna at the beginning, Hare Krishna is the Lord of the world. If I do anything wrong, then what will happen to me? I will have to put this thing there. In our puja, you go to our puja in his, hey, impure, hey, pure, hey, don't touch this, hey, what is this? What is impure, what is pure? But the beginning necessary. Otherwise, that because God, it is not for me. We say, don't smell before offering the incense. First give it to God. Why? Let me see. You can see whether it is good or bad, then I shall give. That's a matured bhakti. But at the beginning, you cannot do that. That's why you are cooking. You cook, but you cannot test. So you are testing fast. No, the Lord will test fast. Don't do that. When you do bhoga, don't test yourself. Don't touch it. Don't smell it. Even when we bring our food offering, you see, we cover it. Why? Hey, don't look what food is given. Otherwise, your eyes will think, hey, it is good, it is good. That means if you like that way, the God you have already eaten fast. What God will eat? So formalities, these are called rules. Don't do, do's, don'ts, no? That is called towards the beginning of puja. And then when devotion grows much deeper, then what will happen? This secondary thing, Ramakrishna, Swami Vivekananda. Vivekananda prepared a dish and he did one day puja. His puja is nothing. He sat for a long time in meditation and they saw there's so many flowers. So gave all flower one on the head of everyone who was around, and then gave it all at the feet of the Ramakrishna. Then some warm food was bought to be given to Ramakrishna. He said, Friend, take it. He holds in his palm. Take it. And what we do here? Om, hong, rong, yong, bong, boom, hey, rrr, rrr. We think, why you do this to be done? These are rituals. If you don't do, then what puja you are doing? No? Are ong, bong, ring, rang, these are called ritualistic. You will say it is Vaidhi. It is to be done this way, that way. Otherwise, hey, it is Lord. You have to do it perfectly. If you mistake, then you will not get the result. No? So this is not the real love has not developed. Real love is, oh Lord, the food is there. Eat. It is like the story of that boy. That boy whose father used to went for some other work. Mom and dad went away and then told his son that, we are all going and the Krishna is there in the home, the Lord is there, and you offer these foods and fruits in the noontime, no? And offer it to God. And the boy offered the fruit plate. He does not know ong, bong, boom, bam, kichu. They don't know that hum, hang, from, ham. Sprinkle water, Ganges water, and before you put the plate, there will be a triangle and it is a circle. You have to do like that, and then sprinkle water. Adhara Shakti Nama, you say one mantra, and then put the plate. He does not know anything. He brought the food plate and placed before the deity. And he said, oh Lord, please take the food. My mom, my dad, they told me to offer it to you. And the food is remaining the same. He started crying. You are not eating. My mom said, dad said that you will eat. Please do that. And he's not eating. And he started crying and weeping. Oh my God, want to eat? What they will think? My mom said, dad said. And really, God appeared and took the physical food. No? And now that is over. And now they have come back. They said, where is the prasad? So he said, prasad? God has eaten everything. Impossible. You have eaten yourself, maybe, no? No. No, God it took itself. So, with simple devotion, that is a raganuga bhakti we are talking about. With that devotion comes, God does everything. But for us, this is the point we will have to do. We start with that, and then really, when I.
The Holy Mother's niece once asked, because Holy Mother used to offer Thakur. So one day she couldn't do that. So she asked her niece, can you do that? So she said that I don't know Mahu. She said that I don't know so many mantra to do this. So then she said that you don't need to tell any mantra. Offer the food, hold your hand and say, uncle, come and have food.
Aye, that's the point. It's like that is our own, and you tell, oh Lord, please take it. No? So that happened. So one day when I joined that time, and I didn't know this, the performance of puja and all this. I was not, in college and other institution activity. So one day there is a sign also that all the brahmacharis are gone and sadhus are gone. So I was left alone. So one Swami, senior Swami, said, hey, you have to do the puja today. I do not know, never did any puja. What shall I do? And he said, what? You don't know puja? Don't you do the puja every day? Well, no, I don't. You have no shrine? Yeah, I have my small shrine. What do you do? Well, I bring some incense every day and wave them. And some flowers I bring and offer it to the flower. Then he said, what is puja? Say, oh Lord, this is the incense. Please accept it. Oh Lord, this is the flowers I am offering at you. Please accept it. And now you don't do that in your everyday altar, but you will do today to give some fruits and candies. So what is? Tell the language of your heart. But language of your heart will not satisfy us unless we have deep love for him. So here is this important point, that when this ordinary ritualistic practice develops that spirit in us. And when loving relationship will be the predominant thing. And then the sadhana, next paragraph, on page 53. The sadhana of Raganuga Bhakti, Raganuga Bhakti means that intense love, unconditional love, is of two types. One is external, one is internal. Externally, one performs hearing, chanting in the sadhaka deho, in the body, the outer feature of practitioner of bhakti, and internally, while contemplating one's own perfect spiritual form, one renders service to Krishna in Brojo day and night. So, real spirituality, where is the Brojo, Holy Land? Not really there, but really in your heart. হৃদি বৃন্দাবনে বাস যদি করো হে কমলাপতি, or Kamalapati. Kamalapati means Lakshmi, Pati means the husband. That means, oh Narayana, oh Krishna. Hridhi Vrindavane, if you can reside in the Vrindavan of my heart. Vrindavan, it is the Dakshineshwar. In your heart is Dakshineshwar. In the Kamarpukur, is in your heart Kamarpukur. You can be here and live there. That is internal connection. So two types of performing the bhajya sadhana. The practice should be of two types. Raganuga bhakti will be two types. One, external is external and internal. External is what? Externally one performs the hearing, then your tendency will be there. Wherever there is God's name is going on. It matters little who is doing, where is doing, you are invited or uninvited. Just you will run to listen to that and you will be absorbed in that. No? So that is the external. And the internal will be that while contemplating, you think of Krishna, one's own perfected spiritual form. On one renders service to Krishna. When he's thinking inside, he will be offering service mentally, Manasa Puja, to Krishna in the Brojo day and night. So that will be the internal practice. So externally, he will be listening to the holy talks. Vaishnavas have limitation, but Vedanta have tremendous expansion. They will say two sadhana. If I say according to Vedanta, two sadhana. One is external. External, you do whatever you do, you think that you are serving God. No, you're cleaning, cooking, you're driving, you're giving a glass of water to somebody, you are talking to somebody. Bring the spiritual ideal that it is your service to God, service to God. Not only listening to Harikatha. Where will you get such opportunity that all the time there is someone is talking about God? So it is not possible for our day-to-day life. But Vedanta will say all your actions, whatever, jato suno karna pute, sabi mayer mantra bate. As much you hear in your ears, you know these are all the mantras. Mantras of Ma, Holy Divine Mother. So because all the sound has come, O, A, E, E, U, or alphabet A, B, C, D, combination and permutation of these letters only. So whatever you are hearing, all the letters are the form of mother. So it is all mother's mantra. Think this way. That means when you hear something, when you do something, it is centered around Krishna, 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 Krishna.
So anybody is saying abusive word to me is
also yes, in a state of at higher standard, when you will be matured, you will see this is only the words, and it's all mother. ওই যে ঠাকুর বলছেন খিস্তি খেউড়েতেও মায়ের নাম. Even people are talking slang languages, there is also mother, because any word you announce, no, it is a permutation and combination of the same alphabets, is it not?
Yes.
A to Z, all combination and permutation makes all the whole language. Tons of books are there, millions of books are written. What? Permutation, combination of that. But that can constitute the Upanishads, the Gita, the Bible, Dhammapad. That also constituted other nasty books, which demoralizing books, language, but not for the beginning. Beginning, we'll have to collect what is auspicious, what is noble. That type of word, we'll think it is mother. And we avoid other things. That's for the beginning. But when you develop such skill, Ramakrishna said, everything is mother. No sound, any sound, jato shuno, as much as you hear karna put in your ear, all are mantras. Sabi Mayer mantra. All are the mantra of the Divine Mother. Not that Om, not that only we Om, Ring, Ritam, Tamachala. These are only mantras. No. Whatever word people utter and you hear, this is all Mother. So that is a developed stage. So this is the way, and then this will be the external. Externally, when you are walking, seeing, eating, you are doing anything, think that you are having the grace of God. And internally, when you close, your Vrindavan, the heart is your Vrindavan. And internally, you contemplate on one's perfected spiritual form and one renders service. And what is my perfected form? Krishna is who? See, even the dualistic people are talking about Vedanta. You cannot avoid it. See, this is a bhakti book written by bhaktas. And explanation is, while contemplating one's own perfected spiritual form, one's own perfected spiritual form. What is that? Your own perfected spiritual form. Vedanta will say, Atman. And it says, one renders service to Sri Krishna. That means you are thinking, this is my Ramakrishna, this is my Krishna, and this is my real nature. See, Vedanta is coming. That is your real nature. And you mentally serve everything, Manasa Puja, start doing the worship of the a sadhaka, next paragraph, a sadhaka who has greed for Raganuga Bhakti should serve Sri Krishna both in the sadhaka rupa and siddha rupa in accordance to the bhava of the eternal devotees residing in Braja, who possesses the same mood for which he aspires. So what he says, the sadhaka like that, we are all ordinary sadhakas. It is said that who has greed for Raganuga Bhakti. We have greed for material, food, beauty, ordinary money, wealth. We have greed. But this bhakta is greedy for bhakti, love. What type of love? That intense love of attachment. That means the mind does not try to dwell on anything but God and God and God. You are so attached to God that you don't think anything but God. Like Ramakrishna. Attached to mother so much that there is nothing in his thought 24 hours, only mother, mother, mother. So that sadhako who has greed for Raganuga Bhakti should serve Sri Krishna both in the sadhaka rupa and siddha rupa. That means both should have to practice still, even if you have attained that. There also you should have to practice. And when you are a student, you will have to practice. So practice does not leave any time. But when you reach there, practice becomes easy, spontaneous, because you enjoy that, you understand that. No one needs to be told with a food, maybe it was distasteful for me. Normally, the example is that healthy food versus junk food. The junk food, to give up junk food for the good food, but it is difficult because that is more taste. But if one can do that junk food out and create a taste for the healthy food, it takes time. But when you get a real taste for the food, many people say, oh, I used to say, take this chicken, that, this. I don't relish anymore. They use the word, I don't relish them anymore, first. And I am not interested anymore. See how this taste has changed into his own performance and action. So, though if that state, he even the food comes, he will not like the other food. He will make a distinction between, oh, I cannot take that. Many people say, oh, I don't take sugar. No, but sugar is a tasteful thing. And without sugar, all the sweet meats are gone. So, but you find taste in healthy food. That's also food. So this is the Sri Krishna, both when you are a student or when you have achieved, both places, these practices should be continued. So sadhakarupo refers to the physical body in which one is presently situated in the physical body, and siddharupa refers to the internally contemplated spiritual form that is suitable to serve Sri Krishna according to one's cherished desire. That is, understand this point, two distinctions. One is for external, another for his internal. So long you are in the external world, try to keep your mind in listening to the name of God versus not to others, not indulging into other thoughts, in just absorb yourself in God's name, God's glories, God's personalities. No? And when you close your eyes and try to think here in your heart of Vrindavan, and you think you and your beloved Lord is there, and that intimate love you're offering all the services you need. Huh? You mentally you can think that He's present with me, and I am offering my service. I'm washing His feet. All the devotional practices you can do for hours together in mentally. Vedanta will extend it. What is your chosen ideal? Vedanta will say Ramakrishna. Okay, you do Ramakrishna. But who is Ramakrishna? Ramakrishna is Saguna, Ramakrishna is Nirguna. You cultivate that idea and think and serve ultimately think that, Oi, who is Ramakrishna? Ramakrishna is embodiment of all Vedantic statements. And he is the embodiment of consciousness, Chit, Ganakai. And then it is Ananda. It is only Ananda. It is only bliss. Then the form will melt down. And what will happen? That ocean of light, ocean of joy, you will blend into it. So you spend your time internally with God and God alone. We cannot do that because our mind is not focused. Our mind is not focused and we do not follow the instruction what our gurus give. If you every day think, Sri Ramakrishna here is your Shaguna, as you see the photograph, and you start serving the Sri Ramakrishna, washing his feet mentally. This is bhakti, same bhakti. And then you think that you are washing the feet, massaging the feet, putting new clothing, giving some beautiful garland, giving some sandal paste in the forehead, feeding him in your hand, washing his hands, and then you are wiping with a towel. Feel it practically, mentally. You're so intense in that activity. Why your mind is not getting absorbed? Because you don't do these things. This Manasa Puja, every day we can do, but we don't do that. And therefore, say, my mind was rotating. Why you are not giving sufficient food to the mind? Keep the mind engaged. That's the internal Braja they are talking about. The Braja Dham, the pure holy land of purity is here. You go to Dakshineshwar. That's also think that you are sitting there and Ramakrishna is coming from the Dakshineshwar temple. Mentally imagine how he is walking. You follow him. No one is stopping you. Then he comes to his room and sits there, and there you find that so many devotees are seated in the floor, and he starts and sits in the small couch or small cot. Imagine, this has happened. No, that is more congenial. In Krishna's time, we only have few episodes. But in this Ramakrishna's time, you have enormous stories, enormous incidents. Dwell in that incident. And when you are tired with that, then you think that, okay, he is the Ramakrishna, what my guru has said to meditate, this form to meditate. Okay, you meditate. And then get tired. Think, who is this Ramakrishna? Is he not infinite ocean of love? Arupa Sayore Leela Lahori. Think, Ramakrishna is the ocean of formless, infinite, absolute. Huh? Leela Lahori, there arises some play of love, and through that he is coming out, Ramakrishna is coming. So Ramakrishna is Saguna, Ramakrishna Nirguna, play, get absorbed into it. Why not meditation? Why meditation will be dry? Why we come out with I could not meditate? Because you don't get absorbed. You don't live in Vrindavan, in the heart. You don't live with the Lord in the heart. That is the internal practice. And external practice, if you practice that, you will always be interested in hearing wherever there is some classes going on. I have a heart, I listen so many times. That is not your point. Your heart will be just drawn towards that. Or you will make some opportunity to do the best, how much you can take advantage of that. So externally, I mean, engage whole day. Whatever you are doing, I am serving my beloved Lord, my beloved. It is Krishna, it is Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. We always say, whatever I have done, I offer it to Ramakrishna. No? Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. I offer it to Krishna. No? So let that attempt be when you are in the external nature, working outside, and when you are internally meditating, live in that holy land where Lord and you are there and enjoy. So get absorbed. And this will turn your whole character. That is the idea is given. The external, eternal residents of Braja are known as Krishna Pristha or Ramakrishna Pristha. Very dear to Sri Krishna. That means they are loved. God loves us. If anyone can live in this type of mental sphere, no? Okay? Sachamena pranasati ahang. I also don't disappear from him, and he also does not get forgotten. He cannot forget me, I cannot forget him. Gita says, those who are constantly engaged in my thought, and I also don't get obscured from their vision or experience, and he also does not get away from me for a split second. So this is the intense communication day and night. See, what is spiritual life? Spiritual life is not hiding somewhere in the forest. Spiritual life is applying this with eyes open this way. When your eyes are closed, that way. So that way and this way, if 24 hours goes, then life will be all full of joy and joy and joy. So the eternal residents of Brojo, these are the eternal residents who can eternally think of the internal heart with the Lord. They, as Krishna, they are called Krishna Prastha. Krishna loves them, and Krishna does not want to be away from this type of bhakta. Huh? And key,
I'm trying to read the Bengali.
very dear to Sri Krishna. Among Krishna's various devotees, those who possess the mood of service towards him, for which one intensely hankers, are called Nijavishta Krishna Prastha. There is following in the footsteps of those beloved devotees of Krishna, for whose mood of service one hankers. One should constantly serve Krishna within the mind through one's internally conceived spiritual form. So what I have said, that is the same thing. Internally conceived form of God, what your Guru gives you, or you choose. It may be, we are talking about Krishna, Rama Krishna, you may be Ma Kali, you may be Durga, whatever form. But think, live with him. Devi Loka. People say, live in the Devi Loka. Devi Loka means what? You have to walk somewhere to go to Devi Loka. Yes, you can go, but there are much disturbance. You go to any mother's temple, so many people chattering, talking. You go to Durga Puja, you can see Bengali Durga Puja, how they are thinking of mother. Huh? Will you go there? No, that is not the point. Go to your internal world where Mother Durga is there with you only. and you and Mother Durga, and do all this interaction with. So this is the internal. And when external, try to listen about the Holy Mother, Mother's name, Durga Naam, wherever his chanting is going on. Hey, what is that? Krishna Das, who does this beautiful music. When
Hanuman.
he is talking about
Suradas.
Suradas, I'm talking about Krishna Das recent, the Italian Krishna Das, that sadhu.
Ananda.
His name is Krishna Das. So when he sings, he's such melodious. He's talking, singing the song as Ma Durga. Jai Ma. We are saying, say Jai Sri Durga. How we chant? Jai Sri Durga. Jai Sri Durga. Jai Sri Durga. Jai Sri Durga. And how they sing? He sang. I was listening to him. Jai Ma Durga. Jai Ma Durga. And it's this beautiful note. And it's absorbing. Jai Sri Durga, Jai Sri Durga. Different notes and tunes and things. So your mind gets absorbed into it. And we are fighting it. Jai Ma Durga, Jai Ma Durga, Jai Sri Durga. Then we get tired after some time because the voice gets choked. But if you do really with that devotion, Jai Ma Durga, Jai Sri Durga, Jai Sri Durga, Jai Ma Durga, like that different and melody and tune, then that itself carries you. And really, you just listen to his songs. So this is the point. When it is done with such devotion, it creates a different personality, change of personality. So now on page 54, the essential meaning of this verse is that in accordance with one's own specific bhava, bhava means mood, as is your attitude, specific attitude. According to one's specific attitude, bhava, the sadhaka should remember Sri Krishna. And a particular eternal devotee of Krishna who possesses the serving mood for which he aspires. He should be immersed in the chanting of the names of Krishna. So he will be absorbed internally and he will be totally chanting the name and getting absorbed. We find very rarely that type of people. But really, I have seen many. I told you one time one story that how according to bhava means your mood, which mood you carry, as spiritual mood, as a father, as mother, as your friend, whatever may be the mood. But you love and intensely call upon his name, what will happen? I told the story that once I was in Benares, and then I was in the Shiva temple inside, Vishwanath. Normally it is very busy, but I happened to go in particular time when there was nobody. So I offered my Ganga water and do the puja without any obstacle. And then what happened? I was standing in one corner, just trying to do japa. I was doing japa. My doing japa was superficial. And suddenly one gentleman came, but he's not a gentleman. This cloth is up to the knees. And then bare body, and Ramayat sadhu. Put the Ramayat signs of Ram worshippers. And he came and he is worshipping Shiva. He's saying Rama, 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 in such a way. Rama, 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 Rama. And after doing puja, and he also came and stood by my side. I can tell you, he is chanting the Rama, 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 and I am feeling thrill all over my body. So this is the absorption. When they do with that type of mood, we have to follow them. How to call upon God, not superficially. We can go on telling our rosary, I did this much. Good, that's much better than not doing. But much better will be that with absorption. It will be so much enchanting, and it is so much absorbing. You feel the joy and thrill of this. So this is the point now, that bhava. The essential meaning of this verse is that in accordance with one's own specific bhava, your whatever your mood, whatever your attitude, I am the child of the Lord, no? I am the child of Makali. Okay? Take that attitude. And in that mood, try to get absorbed. Like Hanumanji, I am the servant of the God, no? Servant of God. Take that attitude. Whatever attitude you take. With that specific attitude, the sadhaka should remember God and a particular eternal devotee of Krishna who possesses the serving mood. Those who think that I am whole day I am to serve Krishna, 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 for which he aspires. So he should have to carry that mood. That is the point. Without bhava, as Sri Ramakrishna says, bhava or bhakti. Bhav bhakti, without that, practice spiritual life is a mockery. That's why we are leading the spiritual life so many years and we don't feel anything. As if nothing has happened into us, no transformation. So that should be the bhava. Add that attitude, add that spirit into it. But God is my own. He is my father. If you take that attitude, He is my mother. I am His child. He is my master. I am the servant. Take any attitude you like and intensify that. With that mood, take the name of Lord. I am yours. I am yours. Whatever attitude, no? You are my friend. You have to look after me. Why are you doing like that? Then you can demand on him. Those internal spirit will be generated. So that's why practice is to be done in that way. He should be immersed in chanting the name of Sri Krishna, or say God, that are related to his pastimes in Braja and in hearing narrations of those pastimes. They are talking about Krishna. We have, as I said, you have enormous stories of Ramakrishna. You just open the book, open the Gospel of Ramakrishna, open the Lila Prasanga, the divine play of Sri Ramakrishna. Examples after examples, how he's walking, how he's talking, how he's interacting. You be a part into it. With that emotion, get connected. Don't make him just closing eyes and dozing off, as they do all the time. We do.
That is what it's called, Lila Smile.
Lila Smarana. This is the Lila. Lila is, that's why I many times I say 3 types of meditation. One is Rupa Dhyana, Lila Dhyana, Tattva Dhyana. We Vedanta, we have so much scope. They are talking about Rupa Dhyana only, or maximum Lila Dhyana. But Vedanta extends to Tattva Dhyana. So either you like Rupa Dhyana is Guru says that you meditate on this form, and this is your Ishta Devata. Think they are talking about that. But that's not moving. That's a steady form of divine form. It may be a picture, it appears to. That's why it is dull. It does not talk to me. I don't talk to him. I'm thinking this man. But make it lila. When you cannot do that, just push your mind into lila, divine play. And you create your own play. You need not have to go through what has happened and written in the books. In the gospel, you can read that book and live in that situation, or you can create your own mood. You think that you have gone down. You see that he is now lying down or resting. And you just go and massaging his feet. And you say, hey, it's too hard. Soft. Do it softly. Feel that way. That is that's with feeling. Serve with feeling. Then internal world will be real. For us, internal real is a dark world. We don't see anything, we don't feel anything. We do because we have to do. But internal world will be full of joy. If it is you assert there, the lila, the divine play. At the same time, many incidents you can create your divine play, or you can think of the tattva, the infinite. That form, you are tired with form or it is not pleasing. Think of the infinite ocean of light and consciousness. Arupa shayore. Maneroyo pare kotha kon des. That's also description of Ramakrishna. Eh? That there is a land which is beyond your mind and your conception. Beyond mind. Monero opare kotha kon des. Shoshita ponero nahi parobes. That means the glory of the sun, glory of the moon, it pales into nothing. They gave a beautiful quotation. I was very charmed with that. He says, it is Emerson is saying probably that the that which you see before you, lie before you, that which is behind you pales into nothing what is within you. What a Vedanta statement, no? That which is all the beauty, all the thing which is in front of you, you think, how beauty. All that is in front of you, all that is behind you, pales into nothing while what is within you. So this is the beauty. So think of form, think of formless, think of the lila. Why you will be not enjoying spiritual meditation? Why? What is the cause of it? So take advantage of this. Huh? We should get inspired by this. No? Today onward, laga. Huh? Don't say my meditation is not happening. Meditation is to happen, will have to happen. Because make a living God there, not a stale God sitting somewhere in the darkness and drooping into ignorance. So take this attitude. So it will be raganuga bhakti that will grow ordinary devotees like us into a bhakta who will be attached with raga, intense attraction and love. So finally, the activities should be performed while residing in Braja. What are that? These are the 4 moods of service included in the devotion. Those of servant, friend, parent, and conjugal lovers. They avoid. They don't talk about sannyasi's attitude, shanta. They're not talking about that. They're taking dualism. Shanta, 5 moods are there, you all know. Shanta, dasya, shakha, vatsalya, madhura. Shanta mood is what? Seeing God everywhere. That's the sannyasis, monastics. Yes, they hate monastics probably. So they avoided that mood also. They don't talk about that mood. Because that is not devotional mood. Seeing oneness, no? So that is not devotional. So they have taken the other 3 mood. Dasya, Dasya, Hanuman, I am the servant, you are the Lord. Dasya, Shakha, Arjuna, and Krishna, friend. Shakha, Dasya, Vatsalya, mother with the child, Jashoda, and the baby Krishna, or Mary with Christ, like that. So, and then conjugal love, what is called the Madhura. They take, Madhura is the climax according to their Vaishnava, because Madhura Bhav is the all Madhu, honey, and there is both are gone. There remain a unity, union, one. They don't know what they are talking about. If you say one, that is Vedanta coming.
They don't want to say one.
They don't want to say. But actually, that is the ultimate thing is that they want that conjugal love. Conjugal love is an example, external conjugal. So we tune to God, one become one with Him. So that is the last one. So those desiring to serve in the devotional milieu of naturality, Shantu Rasa, should aspire to be like the cows. They are saying we are cows. See, this is the parochial idea of the devotees. We don't say the devotees are cows, but they are blaming the sadhus or the non-dualists as cows. Like a cows, sticks, buffalo horns, the fruit, kadamba trees, and so forth. Those aspiring to serve in the milieu of servitude should follow the servants in Braja, such as Rak, Raktaka and Patraka. What I do not know. Devotees aspiring to serve in the milieu of fraternity, Sakkarasa, should follow Baladev, Siddhama, Sudama, and so forth. Devotees aspiring to serve in the milieu of parenthood, Vatsalya Rasa, should follow Sri Nanda, Yasoda, and those aspiring to serve in the amorous milieu, Madhura Rasa, should follow cowherd girls like gopis, like Lolita and Vishaka. While residing in Brojo, one should immerse oneself in hearing narration of the eternal devotees and who serve in the mood for which one aspires. There is no greater place than Brojo Mandala to perform bhajana of Sri Radha Krishna. Therefore, even such an exalted devotee as Brahma and Uddhava pray to take bath there as a blade of grass or a shrub. Huh? That means it's such a holy, even Brahma, who has created the universe, he is aspiring to be like born as a grass. No? That devotion always teaches us to think in that way. They say, be born, let me be born as an insect. There's a beautiful Bhagavat says, let me be born as an insect, as a grass, so that I will be there living and the devotees, lovers of God will walk over me. My life will be purified by their holy touch. So in the modern age we can say, let us be born like a ordinary plant, animal or anything in Dakshineshwar. This holy land purified with the holiness. So let us. So devotees will ask like that type of birth in life. Okay. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu. So we are next week we are here, isn't it? So as usual, sometimes